Have you ever had those black stains in plastic that just seem like they don't come out when you're using an interior cleaner and you're wondering how can you remove them? There's two different processes. One is going to be using a steamer, and this will be the easier method, but you're gonna obviously need a steamer, which is a little more expensive. And the other is to use an APC. So interior cleaners are great because they'll get most of the surface and they aren't gonna damage things like your leather and plastics, but it's usually a little bit of a lighter cleaner. It's not so useful when you have those grease stains in plastic that are really embedded in the plastic. You might have noticed this when I was doing the interior cleaning, like everything was fantastic. It was all going really well. Carpets turned out amazing, but inside of like the cup holders and by the trailer hitch and such, had a ton of grease in it. It just wasn't coming out with the interior cleaner. And so we're gonna be taking care of that. And also within the door panels itself, you'll notice this with older cars, going to be a lot of embedded dirt into these kind of textures that while you can try to get out with an interior cleaner, it's usually going to be too embedded that even with a brush it won't come out properly. Interior cleaners are great, but they aren't great for, you know, that heavy kind of wear that we see in some older vehicles like this. Then there's also the leather. You can see all of that deeply embedded dirt inside of the crevices there. If you have things that are like adhesive based, like your headliner, you're going to want to be careful with those because at least with older headliners, the glue can be kind of worn. And so if you use a steamer on it, it might fall off. If you're trying to get like stains out of a headliner, I wouldn't recommend using too much chemicals or steam. I'm just trying to do the minimum possible. So we're gonna start with the rear and see how well this APC can take care of the grease. And once I show you that method, then we'll take it to the steamer. We're gonna see how well each of these two methods compares in terms of like time consumption and how well it does. Really with the APC, it's gonna depend on your chemical ratio, but you also need to be careful because some of these surfaces can be damaged using an APC, whereas with a steamer, you're just literally using water and heat. So the chance you damage anything is a lot less. I'm gonna get this thing heating up, but in the meantime, we'll be doing the APC right on that rear trunk there. So let's get to it. Beautiful day. We literally just cleaned this 2 days ago with an interior cleaner, and you can see there's a lot of that embedded dirt there, like grease most likely, and then there's some other stains. So I've just got some tape. I'm gonna tape it halfway and we'll see how well it can do the APC on one half. So what I'm gonna do is with the APC, I'm just gonna gently spray, and now we will just agitate it with the brush. While I was doing that, the freaking trunk door fell on me. Okay, got it open. So I'm just continuing to work the APC in. It's taking me a little while, obviously. These are some pretty embedded stains. Okay, so I've done about 3 passes of APC now, but we're gonna wipe it up. You can see it did a pretty good job. The tip was like right here. So everything here is all the APC, and there's still some like residue there, which is kind of hard to get out. So what we're gonna do is we're now gonna grab the steamer and I'm gonna try it out. Okay, so the steamer is ready to go. All I'm doing is I'm just applying some steam, and I've got a microfiber towel to wipe up any of the remaining water. Bro, what? Hold on. So it is a little cold outside, so I don't think it's steaming quite properly. It doesn't really seem like the steam's helping much either, unfortunately. Okay, well, video canceled. The next one we're gonna attempt is this seat here. So because it was kind of cold outside, I found it helped to purge the line. Try getting a little bit closer. Another failure. Not much of an improvement. Hope's not looking too good. Actually not bad for once. Yahoo! I'm gonna keep going at it. Yeah, this thing actually works pretty good on the door panel portion. It's actually kind of demolishing a lot of this dirt in here. Yeah, look at that. If you really take the time, you could probably get like 99% of this dirt off. with with a steamer, you obviously just want to be careful of certain areas like where you have electronics and such, because there is a lot of pressure behind it, and so it could squeeze in and damage something, because it is water. So I am using distilled water here. You don't want to use just your tap water because there's going to be those minerals that can cause more damage. So let's go back to the seat. We'll give it one more shot. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I can really get anything, unfortunately. Make quick work of things with this, like getting those seating areas, like easy peasy. I haven't used a steamer yet, but I like it. Doesn't seem like it's perfect, obviously. There's still some dirt on the runners there. There are like certain parts like the door panel that I could get a lot better than if I just used a chemical. I'm feeling super creative today. Let's do another door jam. Some stains though, I'm noticing don't come off. Like there's this little bit of brown here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's not coming up. If there's like tears in like the leather or other areas, you want to be careful of that. Kind of nice seeing these stains just come up like so easy from this. This does really help with some of those smaller crevices that you really can't get into well with a brush. So we got this little stain here. We're gonna see what we can do with it. It's slowly coming out. You can see it did a pretty good job. There's obviously still a little bit of dirt left. There's also some stains on this portion here. We're gonna see how well it can do there. I mean, it does all right. Maybe it's just the type of steamer I have. Doesn't seem like it's anything special. Like it'd make me want to use it over another tool. I mean, it seems like at best with some of these really older stains and such, like it can get it halfway out, which it's better, but it's not quite what I want. I want it like all the way done. Like I don't want any remainder. Sure, I might be able to keep working this for like 20 times, but when you're on a job, you got to do things in a timely manner. You could clean seat buckles super well. These seat cracks, it's got its uses for sure. So guys, with both the steamer and the APC, we weren't able to fully take out any of those black marks, unfortunately. With the APC, we did see a slight reduction in how deep some of those stains were. And then with the steamer, it was really dependent. Like some of them, it did a really good job on. In those cracks and crevice areas, it did a pretty good job. And with that textured plastic, it was able to kind of just blow out most of that dirt with the heat and the pressure. But there were a couple of cases, like with the trunk, I didn't notice any difference in those stains with the steamer. Maybe I just need to use a stronger APC. Like I said, I dilated this 1 to 7, so it could have just been not powerful enough. I feel like overall, this was kind of a failure. But I did learn what doesn't work. If I want to work on a better method, then I'm gonna have to do my time in research and figuring that out. If you guys have any suggestions for taking care of those like deep stains, I'd love to hear them. I'd be curious to see what you guys think. As always, I love you guys.